Okay.
That's
Okay, so everybody, welcome to the Virtual Kāhili Pa Lima Workshop. We're so grateful to have Tercia Ku from the Paʻa Lokahi Native Hawaiian Health Organization on Oahu. So she's sitting it in, and I don't know if you all know this, but she actually hand delivered those feathers. She took the plane and brought it over here for us. So
Mahalo
time.
Hello.
So mahalo to you, Tercia. And then also we'd like to thank Sherri Daniels, who is the director of Paʻa Lokahi, and who approved all of this and is allowing us to have this experience. So thank you so much, Tercia, and thank you for teaching us, and thank you for that offer, which I don't know if you heard, but Chancellor was so happy that you made that offer. We'd like to do it this summer.
okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, thank you, Angelina Mai Kako. It's very nice to be able to return to UH Maui College, although we aren't in person this year. Last year was our first year, and we had quite a turnout. This is the first time we're going to try a virtual workshop with a hands-on experience. So I really appreciate that all of you have taken the time and are willing to try this new experience. So yes, because I was unable to mail the box to Joyce on Friday, because I didn't realize how labor intensive getting all of the supplies together would be, I ended up catching the first flight out of Honolulu yesterday morning and dropping the suitcase off to Kaunoa. I'm not sure if he's with us, but mahalo to him. Love him so much and appreciate that he hustled to get the supplies to Joyce. And then I returned to Honolulu immediately. So what you will find is that there is one baggie, Ziploc bag, actually it's a hefty bag, that has basically 40 wire picks, a roll of floral tape, a kukui nut, colored rat tail. Okay. You should also have bags of feathers. Now, each bag is labeled with either a 1 or a 2, and you may have selected colored feathers. You should have, the bags are labeled accordingly. They contain what I estimated would be enough for a certain amount of rows. So for instance, bags labeled 2 is enough feathers for 4 rows. The bags labeled 1 are enough feathers for 2 rows. Your bags in total should add up to 4. So you can either have 2 bags with the number 2 on it, 1 bag with the number 2 on it, and 2 number 1s. That adds up to 4. Or 4 number 1 bags. I hope this makes sense to you. Okay. You have 40 wired picks. Now, one of the things that we noticed is that I had given the dimensions of the beautifully stained dowels, wooden dowels, and the wonderful bases. Thank you so much to the shop people on campus. Great job. These are beautiful. But what happened is your pick, actually took apart his previous kahili and put it on this, and it looks just gorgeous. So there's not going to be any problem with the supplies that you had or have received. So know that I'm sure this experience you will walk away today with a beautiful kahili. Now, each of you should have provided yourself with some sort of dishcloth or a cloth to be able to catch the little feathers that come out from the feathers that you selected. I recommend this only because I begin sneezing because the feathers, if they don't land someplace and stay, they end up in my nose. So it's just for us to be prepared that the dishcloth is there. Now, Joyce had mentioned that you should have some sort of corrugated box, a styrofoam flat piece. And what this is really for is to be able to set up your feathers in a row so that, you know, your colors could go in a row. And then as you look at it, that's the way it's going to look on top of your wooden dowel. The most important part of this exercise really is to take your feathers apart. Because I'm concerned that this is the first time I am giving you the feathers and letting you go for it, I would say that you need to take all of your feathers apart, and then you need to put them in groups according how they're going to go on the wired pick. So go ahead and start taking them apart. As you take them apart, I will continue to talk with you. Right now, I'm going to give my two students in the room their feathers so that they can begin to separate them. They're strung rooster hackles. So taking the string, taking them off of the string and putting them in the little piles is kind of what I want you to do. So go ahead and do that right now and start that, and I will be right with you. Okay, ladies, I have different colors. You can come on over, and I have yellow, I have red, I have black, and I have this brown. Oh, wow. So you get to select whatever feathers you like. What would you like? It's up to you. Mm-hmm. Do you want to see the one that Kaunoa did? Yeah. His was yellow and red. Yes. I know that's what I'm looking at. How much would you could do? Oh, yes. Mm. These are beautiful. So what I would do is, well, you decide what you like to take. And we can begin to separate them. All right. Okay. Whatever you like. Whatever you like. And then I'll take this. We take the whole bundle for sure? The whole bundle. It's easier. Oh, we need. How are you ladies doing? Are you doing okay? So what I will is just cut it away, and then just simply, you can either cut it or you can just pick them apart. So like that's one, but you see all of this feather dander that comes out of it? Yeah, it's better that it lands on that. So just go ahead and do that. How about you, my dear? Do you need help? Okay. So the feathers, depending on how many feathers you have, for one kahili, I provided 40 wired picks. Wired because there is a wire that's connected to one end of the pick. So normally on a kahili, there are 8 rows of 5 picks. Per pick, I put between 6 and 8 feathers. It will really depend, which is why it's important to find out how many feathers you have. My hope is that you have more feathers than, and know that you can, I would like you to return any leftover supplies that you might have so that we can recycle them for the next class. My boss is so wonderful. She has basically allowed us to provide these supplies free of charge. The feathers are not cheap, and neither are the supplies, but it's really important for us to share this cultural experience with each of you. Now, Joyce had asked me a little bit about the kahili history. So for those of you who know a little bit about kahilis, kahilis are a royal feather standard. Basically, what would happen is that they were made for ali'i or chiefs, and they were assigned that a chief was either coming or was present. Feathers were saved especially for the ali'i because birds which flew up in the air got close to heaven. And so chiefs were understood to be heavenly and in many ways very immortal. So the fact that the birds could fly up into the heavens gave ali'i the privilege of utilizing their feathers. You know, Hawaiians have always been they've been the first conservationists, meaning that they didn't kill birds to collect feathers. They actually would place a sticky substance on the tree branches, and when the birds would kind of get stuck, they would go and pluck a certain number of feathers and then release the birds. And so the collection of feathers took many, many, many years. Now, we only use natural black, natural brown, a dark red, and an Lima yellow feather to basically emulate what was used back when the ali'i were here in Hawaii. So that gives you a little bit of insight as to why they were made and who they were for. The capes and the helmets of the ali'is are mostly red and yellow. And again, it takes years and years and years to collect those feathers. Currently, I know well, my kumu is Uncle Shad Kane, and he has had permission to go to some of the older islands to be able to collect feathers from basically deceased birds. So the petrels, the evas. So I think we continue to practice conservation, not killing birds, but although I'm sure we're using probably feathers from birds that have been killed. So this is the modern way of doing that. Once you've basically separated your feathers, I would like you to put them in piles according to how many feathers you want per pick. I would say start out with 6. So 6 feathers per pick. You can mix colors. Just remember, if you have a bag with the number 1, those are enough feathers for 2 rows of your, there's going to be 7 rows on this wooden dowel because it's thick. Normally there would be 8, but there'll be 7 rows. So your plastic bag with the number 2 should be enough for about 4 rows. If you have more feathers, go ahead and add more feathers equally to each stack. So remember, you're going to have about 40 stacks of feathers of 6 or 7 or 8.
Tercia, there's a question about, is there any significance to the different colors?
Well, I would say the significance of the red and the yellows are it symbolizes ali'i. The black and the browns were much more common. They weren't as prized necessarily, but all feathers basically really indicate ali'i, but the red and yellow. And I know you've seen capes and helmets with those colors in those capes and helmets. So yes. Are there any other questions? No? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you time to separate all your feathers. I hope you don't mind if I just put on some Hawaiian music so that you don't have to do this in silence. And of course, if anybody has any questions, please shout out or raise your hand and we'd be more than happy to help you. How is everyone doing? Okay?
And I have a question.
Yes.
Is there for instance, like leis have different styles and they're called different things. Is there any like Hawaiian words or anything for like different parts of the kahili?
Oh, yes, there are. And forgive me, the next class I have, I will be prepared to tell you what they are. Yes, they are. I'm sorry. I was supposed to prepare all that. There are, that kind of from the top through the feathers to where it comes around to the base. There are different names for the different parts of the kahili, but yes. And the lei that you talk about, the feather leis, is the vili and the poi poi. Oh, it's vili, yes, vili and the poi poi. I hope that we could do feather lei as well, which is, that is really more time intensive, but it's a very good exercise. And of course you feel very fulfilled once you do that lei. Have any of you made that lei by chance? No? How about feather lei for the hat? Usually it's pheasant. Yeah. You know what, as we move forward, our hope is to be able to present all of those and hoping that it will also be a free opportunity to just get involved and learn more about the Hawaiian culture. Any other questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Lee. I
Hi.
wanted to know how many picks in one row.
So for this thick of a dowel, there will be 6 in the top row, 7 in the next 4 rows, and then 6 in the last row. So there will be 6 rows. On the smaller version, there would normally be 8 rows, but because this is a little thicker, there'll be 6 rows. And let me share with you, it's gonna look beautiful. Actually, I can share it with you because I have it on my camera. Let me be right back. And so what happened is, I don't think Kaunoa was with us, but he basically went home, or he went to work, and he took apart the previous kahili he had made and attached the feathers to this version of the dowel. And then he sent me a picture of the creation, and he said, it's fabulous. So let me share that with you. I'll be right back.
Tercia, I have it right here. See?
There you have it. So it's very, very beautiful. You did such a great job. So you folks, I know you won't be disappointed, especially since it's a beautiful dowel and the stand is perfect. Thank you. It's beautiful, don't you think, Joyce?
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah.
And it just really goes with this really beautiful stand.
Yes, yes. Yes, so grateful. Really appreciate that. So are you gonna do, what colors are you doing? Black and brown. Black and brown, great. Are you, so you can, you know, you can mix your colors. Remember, you can either mix your colors on your picks or make your picks all one color. So say you have the black feathers, you can either put all your black feathers on a pick, or say you have the black and the red. You could put some of your black feathers on the pick and some of the red feathers on the pick. This is all up to you. Okay. Again, I apologize for the lateness. This workshop should take at most 2 hours, but know that I am prepared to stay with you until you folks are finished, so not a problem. Let me go and put on some music for us.
That would be awesome. Splash of red in there.
Yeah, normally I would be in the same room and you folks can come get the feathers at your heart's content. Unfortunately, it's not going to work like that this time.
Although I think, Tercia, you gave us really a abundant amount of feathers. So
Yes.
I don't think we need to worry about running out. And then also at my office, she has some extras. So in case you
Yes.
do find at the end that you don't have enough, then you can just stop by and pick up some. But Tercia, so is it okay to start bundling with the picks? Because it's sort of getting all over.
Oh, yes. Hold on just a moment.
Okay,
So
thanks.
for those of you who are ready to bundle, so I'm going to help Ua here. And so remember, her feathers are kind of long. What you want is between 6 and 8 feathers. I'm going to put eight feathers. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put 9 feathers. Just only because I'm kind of superstitious about numbers. If I'm part Chinese, so 8 would be really good, but I'm really Hawaiian, so I'm going 8 is a lucky number for Chinese, but I like 9 because, well, let me tell you a story. Sorry. So my name is Tercia, and people would say, where does that come from? Well, it's from the Latin word. For those of you who have ever heard the word tertiary, primary, secondary, tertiary. So my name Tercia comes from Tercia, tertius, tertium. So what does it mean? It actually means the third. So many people would ask me, oh, are you the third child or the third daughter? Actually, I'm the first. So I'm telling you this because 9 is 3 times 3, and it's very significant to me. So I asked my mom, why did you name me Tercia if I'm the first child? And she said, well, because when your father and I were married, we were a couple. We didn't become a family until you were born, and you were number 3. So I've always loved the meaning behind my name, and it's always been really important because, you know, I'm also a Christian, so you know what they say, it's God, Jesus, others, and you. So me being last. So I am going to bundle 5 feathers on this one pick. So I'm going to take my 5 feathers, and you'll see that there's a direction in which your feathers kind of fall. You're all wanting them to fall in that direction. Then you're going to take your pick, and there's a wire that's really tied near the top. I extend my wire usually to the right side. I'm right-handed. I'll put the feathers on top of the wire, and then I will take that wire and wrap it once around, 1.5. So now the wire is sticking out to the left side. First it was the right side, my right, that's your left, and then it ends on the left side, your right. So it's 1.5 times. Now, for the feathers that are going to be the crown of the dowel, I'm going to take 4 feathers, because remember the number of feathers for this pick is going to be 9, 4 feathers, and because it's going to fall, I'm wanting it to fall like a flower. Remember, the feathers are falling one way. I want it to fall the other way. So normally I would stick the other feathers on the back side of the pick, which is bare. You should be able to see that, bare. Now see, I did that wrong. And then wrap the wire completely around. Now this won't be at the crown because all the feathers are falling to one side. It will be down the side of the dowel. And then you would basically put it in your little corrugated box or your foam platter to basically start to arrange your feathers. Okay. Let me do that again. And let me do one for the crown. So again, I'm going to do 9. You can do 6. You can do whatever number is significant for you.
Are you placing it on top of each other, or are you like separating?
So I placed it almost next to each other. So you see that? These are 5 feathers. And again, I'm going to take my wooden stick, and on this one, I'm going to place the feathers on top of the stick with the feathers facing me. And I'm going to wrap it 1.5 times. So now the wire is sticking that way. And you can see that I have basically attached the feathers to one side of the pick. I'm going to take my other, and you can tell that the feathers are falling to one side. I'm going to take my other feathers, and again, I kind of put it between my thumb and my finger next to each other, not necessarily on top of each other. Okay, and you can tell how they're falling. So these feathers were in back. I'm going to turn it around because I want it to fall like a flower. So you see how it's falling? The feathers are going the other way now, whereas these kind of all went the same type of way. This will be on the crown of the dowel so that it covers the top of the dowel so you don't see the top. So it's like a flower. So this is going to go on my little plate, and I'm going to place it basically at the crown. So on my plate, I've got the number of rows, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the number of places or little holes for the picks, so that I have a place to put the pick. What's nice about this is that once you get your picks organized, if you look at it, you can kind of tell how your dowel is going to look with your feathers and your colors.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Like how far, so the top has to be all one color?
No.
Okay. How far up on the stick did you go with the feather?
Okay, that is a very good question. So you see how the wire is, I would say, 1/4 inch down from the top of the stick?
Yeah.
I just put enough of the feather, approximately 1/4 inch. So it would be 1/2 inch of the feather to make sure that when I tied it with the wire, that it's firmly on the pick.
Okay.
Okay. What you're going to find is sometimes feathers are long and short. And so there's not going to be a consistent thickness depending on how thick they are. Some people want it to be really consistent down the dowel. So they will make the long feathers, they will tie them further down to match the shorter feathers. I actually like the fact it's kind of mixed in. It's a really interesting look to have feathers that kind of reach out a little bit more, and then others that are kind of more bunched closer to the dowel. So I would say don't be too fussy. What you're going to find is your kahili is going to, as you create it, it's going to find its own personality. So let your kahili begin to create its own life, or you're creating its life, but yeah. Any other questions?
How many of those do we need that looks like a flower as opposed for the side? Do we have to make, did you say 7?
For the flower, which will be at the top, it's going to be 6.
Oh, okay, 6.
6. And these are the only ones that will need to look like a flower, so they cover the top of the dowel.
So how many feathers are on that stick? Like 3 face one way and 3 face the other way?
Yes.
The one on, instead of on top of each other, you want it opposite, just for the first 6.
Just for the first row. So this is the one for the rows going down the dowel, whereas they're all facing the same way. If you put this on top of the dowel, there will be feathers going into the dowel. You want the fullness of the feathers to go away from the dowel. Good questions. Any other questions? So this is really the part of the workshop where you get to concentrate on separating your feathers, creating your picks. Once you get all your picks done, you'll begin to attach it to your dowel, which is a whole nother process. Now, I myself, I've kind of got a kind of a protocol, meaning I prefer that the kahili look balanced. And so I actually draw lines on my kahili as to where I place my picks. I have done kahilis without doing that, and I end up taking it apart because it doesn't look like it's imbalanced. Many times it would look like all the feathers are on one side, not the other. But I like it to be, if you prefer to just do it freeform, please do it freeform. I want each of you to have the opportunity to create this on your own. But I'm going to share with you kind of my little tricks, just because I like things a little bit more even than not. So, any other questions?
Can you do another crown one again?
Yes, I'd be happy to. Okay, I'm going to do it with the red feathers. So again, I'm going to use 9 feathers. It would be 9 or 7. But I'm taking the feathers, I'm putting them in my finger, between my finger and my thumb, and each of the feathers are basically side by side. I take my wired pick, I'll place the feathers, now it's facing me, where it's leaning, it's facing towards me, and I'll put it on my side of the pick, and then I'll wrap the pick 1.5. So now the wire is facing that way. And as you can see, the feathers that I placed on there are facing one way. I'm going to take the other side of the feathers, and I'm going to take 4 for the other side and place them in my fingers. So remember, I placed the feathers on this side of the pick and then wrapped it around with the wire 1.5 times. I'm going to turn it around. The feathers are going to face me, and I'm going to put the feathers on the opposite side where there's no feathers and finish wrapping the pick.
It's like you got 8, yeah.
I got 9, 5 on one side and 4 on the other. So you see how it kind of is a flower now? The first time I put it on one side, the second time I put it on the opposite side, but I made sure the feathers fell one way. So this is a very good pick for the top row, for the crown of the kahili. Okay. Any other questions? Great questions.
Could
Okay.
you go through the numbers again? So you have how many rows of X amount of feathers?
So for our project today, you have 40 picks. In those 40 picks, you're going to have 7 rows. I'm sorry, you're going to have 6 rows. The top and the bottom row are going to be 6 picks apiece. The 4 rows in between are going to be 7. picks for a total of 40 picks. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay.
Perfect.
So it's 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 6.
Okay. 6. And then how many of our feathers you put in each of those?
So I would, the minimum I think would be 6. And I would go up as high as 8, depending on how many feathers you have. My fear would be not having enough feathers. So that's why my recommendation was go ahead and start to separate your feathers and putting them in your 40 bundles.
Yeah, that's what I want to do first.
Yeah,
I'm
Just- just to make sure you've got enough feathers.
yes.
If you have to short any feathers, you'll kind of have an idea of what that's gonna look like, yeah.
Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. Okay, I got that.
If you have to short feathers, where is the best place to do that? In the middle?
Yes. It should be, I would say, fullest on top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I would say a minimum of 6 feathers.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 6. Okay. Yeah, nothing start till I got it all. Good.
So I figured this out. For those of you who are putting 6 feathers per pick, it's 240 feathers.
Just enough.
For 8 feathers per pick, it's 320 feathers. So I know you kind of get a little obsessive about these things.
Well, then when someone asks you, you have to answer.
That's right. That's right. And I hope all of you realize that in your little baggie with the floral tape and the picks and the kukui net, there is also rat tail. The rat tail comes in as kind of the finishing part of your dowel. So depending on what color you picked, I know I had mostly black, some red, and some yellow. So for those who have colors, I hope you did get a colored rat tail. Oh, don't worry, it's the big stuff. Don't worry, I have plenty for you.
Tercia, did you say that after you wrap around the wire, do you also wrap it with the tape just to hold it, or no?
No,
Okay.
no. The tape comes when we begin to attach it to the dowel.
Okay, finally got this all cut up. And what I separated.
So now you can begin to assemble your little groups of 6, 7, or 8. I'd start with 6 and then go back and start to fill them in with
That's
extra.
what I'm exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So Auntie, the crown ones was the 6 on the top and 6 on the bottom that you can use either 8 or 9.
Yeah, the 6 on the top is a crown. That's where I would make it the fullest.
Okay.
The 6 on the bottom don't need to be full.
Okay.
And they aren't necessarily like this. They are necessary. You will have 6 of these. Everything else will be one-sided, like this, one-sided, right? This is more flowered, and this is one-sided.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I would put, if I had to fill my picks, it would be with a crown.
So the one-sided with the 6 feathers, right? That's the one that makes the 7 rows in between.
The seven, not 7 rows,
The
4 rows of 7 picks. And then the last row is a row of 6 picks. Those can all be assembled the same way. The ones that will be the fullest are the crowns, and they'll look like the flower.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, I'm glad I'm able to articulate that.
And sorry, this may be a dumb question. The crown is separate from the rose, right? The crown is completely separate from the rose.
The crown is the top row.
Very, oh, the crown is so the top row that is the 6?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I wish I had packed your kits with at least an extra 2 picks, because then I would have made all of the rows 7 rather than 6, 6, and 7, 7, 7, 7. But we're doing the best we can with what we have, and it's going to turn out beautifully. So are there those of you who are already starting to make your picks? I'm interested in finding out, once you've made your first row, your crown row, if you'd let me know so that we can kind of keep up with where people are at.
Okay, well, I got to the body first, and then so I have to do the.
That's okay. Do the body first.
But make sure I have all my feathers.
So how many picks have you done?
I'm just making sure I have enough feathers first for
Yes.
the different rows before I start the top and the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
So you haven't started attaching them to your picks?
No, I'm still making sure I have enough to start.
Does it look like you're going to have sufficient number of feathers?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Very good.
I'm already making it fuller than 6.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I can turn on the music now.
Have the 4 middle rows. So beautiful. So.
So, I'm watching all of you and I'm thinking, oh, we should introduce ourselves. So, Joyce, would you mind sharing who you, well,
Okay, I'll share. I'm Joyce Yamada. Everybody here sort of knows me, but I'm the professional development coordinator. And you were talking about Lehulu, and I do Lehulu, and I shared with the campus maybe a couple months ago how to do the Lokilani style.
oh,
And so anyway, if future, if people want to learn, I'm willing to help. I'm willing to share.
Oh, very good. Introduce the next person that you'd like to introduce themselves, if you would. Or tag team someone.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go down the next person on my screen that I see, and it's Lee. And Lee is with the nursing department. And she makes a really awesome banana bread. And so Lee, you can introduce yourself better than I did. And her
Aloha, everybody.
really nice too. And he planted some tea leaves at our campus for us. Remember that, Lee?
Yeah. Mahalo. Aloha, everyone. I know most of you. My name is Lee. I live in Haiku. I've been at the college for 4 years now, and I work in the nursing department as an office assistant. And I'm just glad to be here. This is fun, you know? I mean, it's hard to take the feathers off that string. I mean, they really sewed it on, huh?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
I'm scared to cut it that I might ruin one of the feathers. They make it easier on the rice bag. It's the same stitching, yeah? Hi, everybody. Okay, next person.
Call out the next person, Lee.
I see Moani, Miss Beautiful Moani.
Aloha, mai kako. I'm Moani Widow Wagner, and I work in the Kahikina o Kala program here at the UH Maui campus. I'm a scholarship associate that gives out monies to Native Hawaiian students from Maui Nui pursuing STEM and Hawaiian studies. And I love my job, but we only have 1 year left. And I've been on this campus for about 4 years, but I had been here back in the day. And thank you so much for doing this, because I did this maybe 30 years ago and I forgot how, so I was very inspired to be a part. Thank you for offering this also. Mahalo.
So why is your program ending?
Because it was part of a litigation plan and the program had its time and the time is over. So it's all good.
We have to find a rich person to just fund
Continue.
it.
Yeah.
What about the queen? The princess, I should say. I think that's a perfect thing. Who would you like to call out to?
Hey, hi, Misty. Misty can go. Aloha, Misty.
Hi, everyone. Wait. I was supposed to leave and pick up my son, but he delayed me for a few minutes. So hi, I'm Misty. I am with the Extramural Service Center, which is we help with procurement for a bunch of programs here on campus. So getting the goodies that the projects need.
Yep.
I am probably the least crafty person in, not the world, but in this little Zoom room here. So I was struggling. So I'm gonna need to watch the video and take my time and learn how to do this. But I really am excited to be learning more about the Hawaiian culture. And I'm hoping that my kahili comes out good. I don't know, but I think it'll be good because I did it with love.
Absolutely. There is no wrong kahili.
Oh, just wait until you see mine.
And watch
It's not about being crafty, it's being persistent.
Yes.
So you stick with it. It'll be
Yes.
fun.
Okay, I'm going to tag, I don't know, my screen's all over the place. Sunny, you're right there to my right. So you're next.
Thanks, Misty. I'm Sunny. I'm with the University Center. I'm faculty with the University Center. So this is my second time making a kahili, but I forgot a lot of the first time. Hello. And that's Eli, my son.
Hi, Eli.
Hi, aunties and uncles.
Hello.
Hi. It looks a little KKA, but that's okay. You know, made with love, just like Misty.
You're gonna find, don't worry about it. It will look fine. Here might be right. Okay.
Yeah, my Thomas. I see you, Thomas. I pick you next.
Hi, everybody. My name is Thomas Hussey. I'm with the CTE programs. Actually, I'm the one of the automotive instructors, and I'm trying to concentrate on doing this feather stuff. But thank you for having me. I like working with my hands. It's just part of being on tech. So thank you again.
Extra red.
So I guess Puna, I see your name up there.
Hi, I'm Puna. I'm with Gear Up Maui. I'm in the same office as Auntie Moani. We are a cohort grant. We work with the freshmen at Maui High School and Kinke Kaulike, and we follow them from when they were 7th grade until 1 year post high school. So that's cool. We get to see them grow. And let's see, I'm new to feathers. I'm not really a feather arts and crafts person. Actually, I have my grandma here, but she's hiding. So she's kind of more of the artsy person. Yeah, she's making my feathers look nicer than I have it on them. It's coming out pretty good. Oh.
You know, you're very lucky. I would encourage any and all of you, if you have people around you, to have them help you make your feathered picks. And the reason I say that is I'm a real believer in mana. I know all of you are. You know, all of us have a spirit and mana. And so I had talked to Joyce about perhaps the college putting together a large kahili and having students participate and contribute feathered picks to the kahili, because you're putting part of you into the feather pick. And as a result, it's really a collective mana. So I love that your grandmother is helping you, because I'm sure that once it's POW, you will look upon it and remember, oh, my grandma, her mana is in this kahili. So I really think that's wonderful. So who's next?
I see Kehao. She introduced herself. And my grandma says, hi, Kehao.
Hi, Auntie. Aloha, everyone. My name is Kehao Newhouse. I'm with the Outreach College, the Manoa Outreach College on Maui. And I love feathers, but I'm not the most greatest. You know, it's very delicate. But this is like the kind of fun stuff I enjoy doing with you know, friends, colleagues, and so I just appreciate your time and thank you so much for bringing the hulus over. We're so lucky. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Don't worry about not, be bold with the feathers. You are their leader. You're the creator, so they're not as delicate as they look. Okay, who else is
Nicole. Nicole, I see you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nicole. I work in academic affairs, and yes, I'm still on campus. Not too artsy crafty, kind of borderline competition with Misty. But I just, yeah, I kind of want to get into more of the Hawaiian culture, and yeah, I guess my culture.
What color feathers did you select by chance?
I have like this light colored brown and
Yes.
this funky looking black with all different kinds of teal and all different colors in them. So I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna mix and match them all together, or if I go all solid, or I don't know which way to go. So I'm just kind of making little stacks of whatever.
Mixed feathers, huh?
I don't know if it's gonna go mixed. I don't know yet. We'll see. Yeah.
Who is next?
I see Leanne. Is Leanne here? Oh, I see her name.
Leanne doesn't have a speaker and we don't have cameras. This is Talia.
Hi, Talia.
Yes, and Tressie's over here by my window. And I have black and red, and Tressie has black and brown, and Leanne has the red and yellow.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you are progress.
that-
We don't have cameras.
That's fine, but you can see us, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I actually have two people here with me in the conference room, and I'm going to give them the opportunity to introduce themselves.
Okay.
Did you want to take off your mask?
Oh. They can't see me though, huh?
No, I'm going to
move the camera to you. There you go. Aloha mai kako. My name is Ualani Hoopai, and I am born and raised on Oahu, but I currently live in California. And we are here visiting, and I do some contract work for Paʻa Lokahi. And so when Tercia said that she was going to do this, I was all excited as well. And I said, can I play too? And so I'm very grateful and wonderful to meet all of you here this evening, and love to see all the enthusiasm of everyone in the room, excited to participate and learn how we can do this. So mahalo, Tercia, and mahalo, POL.
Oh, you're quite welcome. And so I'm going to turn it, you see, normally this says a remote, but the remote's not working in there.
Aloha, everyone. My name is Juliet McMullen, and I'm Ua's friend, traveling with her. And like her, when she said she was going to come and make the kahili, I was like, can I go too? So I am just so honored to be here and to learn this craft, and just to play with feathers for a while. I'm a professor at the University of California, Riverside, and also do a lot of health work. So that's how I know.
So the two of them have just come to Oahu from Maui. So they just spent some time on Maui.
And we thought we were going to be the transportation service back and forth for some of these supplies.
So thank you very much for providing an opportunity for them to join us today.
Yes, very grateful to be here.
So how are you doing, class? Has anybody begun to connect their feathers to their wire picks?
Almost.
Okay.
I had a question. This is Talia.
Yes.
So when we did the two crown ones for the top, and then when we start working on the ones for the middle, the feathers go all on one side of the pick.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
So Talia, so the crown, which is what the top row will be, you're only going to make 6 of those, right? And every other pick, the feathers should fall to one side and not both sides.
Okay, so 6 crowns and every other, the feathers all fall on one side.
Yes, because as they go down the wooden dowel, they should be leaning away from the dowel and not into the dowel.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Tercia, what was the numbers again? So the first one was 6, then 7, 7, 7, 7, 6.
Yes, for a total of 40 picks.
So how many rows is that?
6. It's 6.
6 rows, right?
6, yeah. So there's 4 rows of 7, that's 28. 2 rows of 6, that's 12. 28 plus 12 is 40. So that's 6 rows.
And I said this 15 times already, but so you're using 8 or 9 and all of them are facing one way?
So I put,
Again.
I'm sorry?
Go ahead. No.
I'm using a total of 9 feathers, 5, just like that. 2, those are 6.
Yeah.
So you're gonna put, okay. You can if you want, it's up to you. So, yeah, take your wire pick with the wire sticking one way and make sure your feathers are falling one way. Are they all falling one way?
Some less it's different.
Yes. Yes, some of them, yes.
It's a different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and so I would place it like the bottom of it right there.
Okay.
And make sure that you have all of them, and then wrap 1.5 times. Yeah. You're gonna find that you'll have your own way of attaching them. I know. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right.
Okay, that's too far. That 1.5 times, there you go. Okay, now you can, yeah, set it down and get your other feathers. And is this going to be a crown or is it going to be, okay. So make sure they all fall to one side. Are your feathers all going to be the same color or are you going to? So that is, those are 5. How many, are you gonna add it to the other side of that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I would put 4.
Okay, because I did 6 on that one.
Oh, I thought you did 5. Did you do 5 or 6?
5.
Okay, yeah,
This is 4.
yeah,
Okay.
okay, and
So they go this way?
well, is that gonna be a crown or is that gonna be on? Okay.
On a crown.
Okay, so then you're gonna put it the same way that the feathers are going.
This
There you go. Yes, on top. There you go. And just hold it down and then wrap it around. Oh, it looks beautiful.
Okay, like that. And that's it?
Oh, wrap it all around. Yeah.
Oh,
and
use
that's
up the
it.
wire?
Yeah, use up the wire.
Okay.
You want to make sure that the feathers don't come apart from your pick. So you use all the wire by wrapping it. That's very nice. I should actually put the camera on someone who's doing it actively. Juliette's doing it too. I'm gonna do both of you. Cause see, the camera's on each of them. Okay, back to a little music.
Get a DJ going.
And you know, time is flying because it's already been almost, well, if we had started on time, if I didn't have technical difficulties, it would be almost an hour and a half already.
Wow.
Oh, you're mixing your colors. Very nice. Very nice.
So 6 for the crown.
At least 6.
I have a question.
Yes.
So if we are working with thinner dowels,
thicker,
thinner, like if we were to do this like with our students,
yes,
and we use thinner dowels,
yes,
does the size of anything change?
So with the thinner dowels, I would say the number of picks that go per row changes. So what I discovered is that I gave Joyce the wrong dimensions. Don't laugh too hard, Joyce. I told Joyce an inch because that's what I thought they were, but I think it's more like a half inch, which is hard for me to believe because I've been buying the same dowels. Anyway, for those dowels, it's either a half or 3/4. It's not an inch. But for those dowels, I normally have 8 rows of 5 picks instead of 6 rows of 6 or 7 picks. Does that answer the question?
Yes. Yes. Does the size of the floral pick remain the same?
Yes, it's a 3-inch pick. There are larger picks. There's 4-inch and I believe 6-inch. But this pick doesn't change its size. It's the purpose of the pick really is to assure that the feathers are attached securely, which is why the wire pick is on the wooden stick. And then what we're going to do is we're going to attach the pick with the floral tape to the dowel. So Joyce, if you look at Ua's picture on the PO, you see the kahili behind her? Yeah, so that's one of the kahilis that we made for the office. It's actually, I think we couldn't put a 10-foot in here. I think it's a 9-foot. And it's a thinner version of a kahili instead of a top-heavy thick one.
Who made that one, Tercia?
Oh, we did as an office. There's 3 of them. I'll take it here and show you the others. The name of that one is Hina Ea. Because if you look at it, it looks like a sunrise and a sunset. So
interesting. So we're making it so the feathers go out.
Yes.
So the feathers go down. It looks.
Those are the same picks that you have, but actually they're stuck into the wooden dowel and not wrapped against the wooden dowel. When you go up, you can't unfortunately see it, but it's stuck. It's drilled into the wooden dowel. Actually, it's glued into the wooden dowel. So that was made with all of the hands of all of the POL employees. So that's why I love the thought of mana being in the kahili.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question about, Hi.
Hi, Kihao.
I have a question about when you have 2 colors. So, like in Kaunoa's example with the yellow and the red, are those exclusive yellow on one pick, red on one pick, and then they're affixed that way? Or should I, when I'm putting my bunches for the middle 4 rows, should I be actually having the mixture of the colors there?
In truth, I don't know. And you know what? I think with Kaunoa's kahili, I think he not only has yellow, but he has orange. And that was an accident because my feather vendor ran out of yellow, so he sent me orange. So for some people they were able to get that. It's interesting. If I were to blend colors on a pick, I would probably do them differently so that you're not going to be really able to tell if you blend colors. Am I making sense, Cal? Yeah.
Thank you.
All of you are doing so well. Okay, I'm going to put on a little bit more music. I hope I'm not aging myself by playing Kalapana.
No, I love Kalapana.
But I think I am. But that's okay. I think everybody knows who Kalapana is. Oh.
Yeah, that's a crown. That was terrific. So you have 6 crowns. Oh, that's terrific. And for you folks, it's going to be a little, meaning I'm going to make you have 7, you need 7 picks per row. And we'll do 7 rows, 7 or 8 rows. Just depending how fast. I can help you. I'm actually kind of good at this.
Hi, Auntie. It's supposed to be 2 rows up of 6 and 4 rows of 7.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you. And the 2 rows of 6 are the crown flowers, right? The crown
Let me
feathers.
pause this so you can hear me. Yes. 2 rows of 6, 4 rows of 7. The 2 rows of 6, one is the crown, which kind of looks like the flower, and the other 6 are just like the other 28 picks, where all the feathers are leaning to one side. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm happy to keep repeating that.
Because I asked the same question how many times too.
That's okay. Okay, here we go.
So your folks is really happy.
Nice little studio condo.
So, how can I help? You know what? Why don't I put all the? Are you doing black on one side and then mixing colors on the other?
Yeah, so I'll put like one color in there, one color.
So why don't I just do 5 black on one side and then give you the.
Okay.
Like this. Oh my God.
Okay.
But know that if we don't finish it, you can always come tomorrow because I'm going to be in the office. Okay.
So this is right here, also all on one side.
Yes, it's beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? I
love this.
I know. So, Juliet, what is your race?
I am mixed.
Yes.
I like most of us.
Yes.
So my father was Filipino. He was actually born and raised in Maui.
Oh.
And
do you still have family there?
We haven't been able, they divorced when I was 2 and he died when I was 13. So
what is the name? The family name.
So many stories that go with each one. His birth name was Lomabao. But my birth name is Lomi, L-O-N-I-N-G. And for some reason, he changed his name after being born. So, interesting.
So did you know your father growing up?
Just for a little bit. He's actually known for bringing a style of karate from Maui to California. And that's where he met my mom.
You do the and papas are always the best looking people as far as I can concerned. Me too. I agree. I do too. Yeah. I mean, I have a hot dog cousin that I've always had a crush on. Isn't that terrible? Don't tell him. Although I think he kind of knows.
Your family's still in Alaska? Or
No, well, so I came here in high school and graduated from Waianae High School. And you'll be out in Waianae next week. Unfortunately, I'm going to the continent to visit my son for his birthday, which is the 23rd. So I won't be out in Waianae. But I'm hoping to hook you folks up with someone out there. He's a psychologist at an addiction services place provider. And part of their treatment is they have a farm. And so many of the clients actually go and work on the Aina as part of their recovery.
How long have they been doing that?
Years. Yeah. Years.
The 27 holes needed.
Oh, I don't know, I'm sorry.
Like poking.
Yeah, I've recycled these. And I bought these from a dollar store up in California. And they've gone with me. Yes.
Whenever you are with
Yes. Isn't this great?
Yes.
We're just speeding right along.
I was so excited when Ua told me that we got to do this.
Oh, I'm so happy. Well, thank you to UHMC College.
Yes.
For the typing. Was wondering.
No, but I would have done it with you without them.
Oh.
Well, the family. And of course, I didn't have time to get all that stuff together for you, but I will before you leave.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so it's like this.
Oh,
But it says POL, it doesn't have the scholarship. It's our little POL guy, that guy.
oh, nice.
Yeah, it's gonna together educational package of materials. Oh, and I.
Oh, somebody. Oh, aloha. Bye, Sarah.
Bye, Sarah. Turn this up for you.
Oh.
And so I made a link for you to do that. This is my special. Yeah, this is my special. Wait, look at this. Yeah. Oh. Did she tell you I have a mini suit?
No,
she's a major. That is so cool. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I didn't have time, but
I need to get a place to eat it.
well, you can. Oh, this is just a gummy bear lid that I made. That's so cute. It's beautiful. Oh, you made this. Yeah. Oh, and so this is for you to take that. Okay.
Yeah. I'm in your home.
This is for you. Oh, and okay, so my girlfriend took me to special. So special. We don't need commercials. So my best friend from high school, I went to lunch with her last week. And I said, because I wasn't going to the continent to visit my son, I told her that all I was going to do was I was going to go buy some gardenias and smell them all day. And so she comes over to my house and she brings me 60 gardenias.
60.
Her brother grows them in his garden. Every day he goes out and gets. So I have, let me go get.
Gosh, all these wonderful smells that I miss so much. Look at how beautiful that red is.
It is so pretty.
Yeah, she was gonna love that.
I was thinking of fire. Fire.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I've had them for a week and I've shared with everybody, my aunties, my cousins.
Oh, they're still smelling. They're still smelling good.
Well, so these are from my refrigerator. And they were all picked. So this, I brought them yesterday. But for you to take back to your little hotel to smell your room, because it just makes me happy.
Oh, yeah, I mean, happy too.
Yeah. Can you smell?
Oh, that's so wonderful.
Yeah, made me happy.
Yeah. Somebody's going to celebrate with us. Watching us give late. So strong.
It is, isn't it?
Love it.
But doesn't it smell like home?
Yes, absolutely. Wow, that's so strong. Love it, love it, love it.
I know, it makes me happy.
Yes.
So she delivered them when? Last Friday. And then I gave to my
So that's been in
auntie.
the fridge since Friday? Wow. Kaunoa is so long. Love Kaunoa.
C&K.
Oh, this one, yes, okay. It's all the same era though.
All the same.
Same era.
So Juliet, do you have children?
I have one daughter.
Any grandchildren?
Not yet. I told her when she's ready, I'm ready.
And is she married?
Yeah, they got married. They were supposed to get married last July, but then COVID, so, but they ended up just going to Vegas anyway. So happy for them.
Well, I will share with you, my son engaged to be married last year too, in April, in Vegas.
Oh,
But he, I'll show you. So they got married. Oh, here's his picture and his wife. And it says, so at the back of the card says, love is patient, but we are not. Kaikua Janelle type and not. Not even a pandemic keep us from getting married. We decided to share our vows in a surprise private ceremony in our home, with Janelle's sister officiating and our mothers as our witnesses. Although it was not how we imagined we would get married, we're overjoyed to be husband and wife. While we were not able to have you there in person, we're there in our hearts. We hope you're staying safe and healthy during this time. We look forward to celebrating with you in the future once we know it is safe for everyone to have it together. Aloha, the Balans.
That's so sweet.
I know.
Look, they're such a gorgeous couple.
They're just so happy. I'm so grateful. She's wonderful. I just love her.
How did they meet?
So. There's a juicy story. Well, They met 17 years ago at UH. They were both going to college. And he said, Mom, when I met her, I knew. But he would always tell me, because I was worried, I'm divorced, and my concern with it wasn't interested in marriage because his father and I didn't work, so he had a brother that did. He said, Mom, women take time and money, and I don't have any. He said, I'll be ready after I get a good job, bought a house, and 2 cars. So he got a great job with Hawaiian Airlines. He bought a house right across the street from me. He had a truck, and then after his second vehicle, he basically reconnected with her.
Timing. Oh, timing.
And it's been 2 years, a year and a half. Got married a year and a half later. Got married last year. But he is so wonderful. She makes him happy. She makes him a better person. I just think they're wonderful. That's what you want. Yeah. How can we be best? Yes. Yeah. So my biggest disappointment is his dad didn't come to his wedding. Whereas my son went to his father's wedding, but his dad didn't make the time to come to his own son's wedding. So it's just, we've got to get over it. But I don't think that's it. Sorry. Which is, I think, yeah. Do I want him to like me? No. I don't care if he likes me or not. It's what he did. Like he didn't show up for his son. My son showed up for him when he remarried. But to not even think about showing up, it upsets me. And my son's like, your children.
I have a question.
Don't worry about it. It's like, I'm not worried about it. It's how I feel about it. I just can't help it.
Can I ask a question?
Yes. Coming, my dear.
No problem. We never talked about, do you take all this fuzzy stuff off or you just whine them?
Yes, I would say don't take off any fuzzy stuff.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let me take a look at what you're talking about. Can you show it to me?
You know, the bottom part of the feather where it's really fuzzy, I've just been twining it with it. Would you normally take that off?
No, I wouldn't take it off.
Okay,
No.
thank you.
It kind of fills in when you, what happens once we begin attaching the feathers to the dowel, it kind of makes the dowel disappear. So it's
Mahalo.
You're welcome. Well, Susan, you've got a lot of feathers there, it looks like. And how are you doing, Joyce?
Oh, I'm doing well, thanks. I had to take a little bite because I was sort of hungry.
Oh, of course. Yeah, feel free to take a break. Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to count. How many do we need again?
Hold on just a moment.
40.
So Joyce, you know, I put my email in the chat, but you can share my email with everybody and anybody. For those that have had to leave, and have not yet finished or started, I am happy to meet with outside of this session to help people. And you know what I'm going to do, Joyce, is I'm going to put together a series of little video instructions from start to finish. This sort of time right now is kind of, you kind of can be left alone to do it without having to be babysat. So I will put that together and give you a link to those little videos. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Did we?
Okay. Yours look really full.
Oh, that red is beautiful.
I like how it's.
So give me yours and I'll get them in some sort of order. So that that's a jump. I'm gonna so we can organize.
The brown feather was really hard to take off.
Oh, I thought those were, well, I put mine this way a lot of them.
Oh. This is the easier one that just you can pull it up and down. And Joanne said hello. I'm sorry. Oh, Catherine. How did you feel it now?
Oh, good. Lima.
Lima is awesome.
It really is.
Awesome.
And Joanne used to work at POL.
Oh, really?
He led Mahalo, which was our research.
Oh, I didn't realize. I didn't choose color, but it did. But that was here.
Yeah. That template's done now or how
Yeah, Mahalo this time.
Nobody does music in Kaunoa.
No, not anymore. No.
Either you need so many ways.
Andy, okay, sorry, I've answered this 100 times. Is the bottom row of 6 the full flower or the half?
Yeah, I think that's a question. Hold on. Was there a question?
Auntie, is
Yes.
the bottom row of 6, is that full flower like this? Or
No.
is it half flower?
Half flower.
Full, okay. Thanks.
It's because it's along the dowel and not on top.
There's only 2 heads.
There's only what?
2 full so far.
Oh, is this, are these them? That looks like one.
Yeah.
Is this one? No?
Could be.
And that looks like one.
Okay, maybe there's 3.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, 3. So I had brown on one side and red on the other.
Wait, did you want me to mix them? You know what?
Yeah, we're right.
I'm going to put them in some sort of.
So the right one side of the board was all brown, or, it's just one brown one in there, just
Yeah.
splash, and then the other
Yeah.
side of the board was one red one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll mix them.
Gosh, I can't get over how strong the Virginia is. It's overpowering. This is right under my nose. And I smell that. And Sherri, when we were at Sherri's house on Monday, she was showing us hers. And it was so big and beautiful. And this one is going to be very similar. Because maybe hers wasn't so thick, but it was as tall.
I made a bunch of them for her.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh. Yeah. I actually went over and did a workshop for the school. And so the kids came in and did it.
Oh.
It was fun.
Look at that.
I like that.
Beautiful. Vibrant color. My gosh, that red is. In Lima, they went to they showed us their aquaponics and everything, and then she took us down to the fish pond they restored down next to not far from Shriners.
Oh.
That was gorgeous also, and you see where they're repairing the wall. And the water was just so incredible.
So did you get a chance to go in the water?
Not since we've been here in Oahu. Today, thought we were gonna do that, but we stood in it. Yeah, she was telling us about it, but we didn't actually dive in head first. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, but we're gonna get to that.
Yeah, you will. Okay. So you have 2, 4. You have 25.
So I'm gonna do double that.
That's a nice way of putting it.
No, do double that.
Okay. So here's 2 red ones. So if any of you remember what happened last year, near the end of class, all the lights went out in the building.
Here or there?
In Maui College.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. Do you remember that? All the lights went out before we got to finish class.
No.
Yes.
Because we were in Kalama, and at 9 o'clock, the lights just turned off. And it was so dark, we couldn't clean up that well.
We tried. Did you go back the next morning and look?
I think we did, and it was okay. But I think though the maintenance people, they come in early, so perhaps they did it. We're not sure.
Yeah, that was, I felt bad. Was it that late? Was it 9 o'clock?
The benefits of virtual.
Yes, yes. That's true.
It's fantastic.
That's true. The commute is pretty easy. Restroom facilities and kitchen facilities are nearby.
Yep. Everybody's concentrating really hard.
I know.
Because they're so quiet.
That's what happens. You kind of get into
the zone.
Yeah.
You are arranging it like that. What is the method to the madness there? How you're arranging that?
So let me just share with the class.
Yeah.
So aloha everyone. So UA has utilize this plate to kind of, well, I utilize this plate to kind of arrange her feathers, her feather picks. And I put them kind of in the order that they would go onto the dowel so that you can kind of see what it's going to look like once it's attached to the dowel. It's actually got the number, well, it's not quite as full, but right now it's got 1, 2, 3 columns of about 3 or 4 picks per column. When it's filled in totally with the 6 picks on the first column, on the first row, which is the crown, and the 6 picks on the bottom row, with the 7 in between, you'll be able to really kind of see what that looks if you placed it on the dowel. So this is giving you kind of a preview of what you're going to see once you, what this is good for is for those of you who want to maybe rearrange the colors or add colors. This is a good opportunity to kind of see what you have. Okay. I wanted to share. So we are smelling, a friend brought me some gardenias last week and I was sharing them with my friends here in the Hale. They smell so sweet and they're so beautiful. Yes, indeed.
Okay, 1, 2, 3 rows.
Look, everybody, Melissa Knitzer just finished hers, and it has white. She put white in it.
Oh, let's see that.
Isn't that gorgeous? Maybe go
That
find
is beautiful.
Wow.
Putting it on the doll?
Melissa.
Oh, so Melissa, you've already put it on the dowel as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she tied on the cording, everything.
Wow, she's so cool. She did this before.
Yeah.
Good job. Let me take a look. I'm far away.
Wow, beautiful.
I'm going to unpin her.
I think you have to go to her participants. And then go to her.
And they got the 3 dots at the top. You know, on the top right corner, got the 3 dots. If you click on that,
Oh,
Then it has pin and unpin,
goodness,
replace pin.
she was waiting.
Wow.
Beautiful.
That's beautiful, Melissa.
Wow, you have to name it.
Well, I guess you have to speak and then we come on the thing. I think because I have it on this view.
Where did you get the white feathers from?
That was left over. Remember I emailed you about a year ago after the first one you did over here in regards to where'd you got your feathers from?
Yes.
And so I made some inquiries and some people sent me samples.
Oh.
And one of them was a white Schlappen rooster.
Oh.
Wow. And how many feathers did you put in each pick?
Yeah.
This is gorgeous.
So I bought for my Ohana reunion that we were supposed to do in May last year. So everything's sitting in my boxes, but I pulled out the white ones for tonight. I wanted to try them out.
So how many feathers did you put in each?
How did you do the pattern? Yeah.
How many feathers did you put in each one?
Well, they also gave me a bag of browns. So I kind of made it kind of bambucha.
Yeah, which is nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really full.
Yeah.
You did such a good job.
Yeah.
Joyce.
Yeah.
She can do your next workshop. An on-site expert.
Oh, funny.
Oh, that's beautiful. You did such a great job.
Wow.
So she added from her own stash a variety of feathers. Yes, we would love to basically post all of your kahili once it's completed. See, I didn't even go through the part to connect it to to attach it.
Yeah.
So my thought is perhaps Melissa can tell us. Tom, are you attaching your picks to the wooden dowel? It looks like he's doing it too.
Oh. Who else is doing it? I want to see. How did you know how to do that part?
Oh, excellent. How many you have over there, my dear? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
7, it will be 14. This makes 14 in my hand. So how many more do I need?
Okay, that's 39. I would say at least 10 more.
Add it to that
Yes, I
beautiful
will.
arrangement.
Yes, I definitely will.
we need 4 more crowns.
4 more crowns, okay.
And we need 8 more regular ones.
Okay. I have 2 here.
Yeah. So, as I stated before, when you attach your picks to your dowel, what you're going to do is you're going to utilize the floral tape roll. I normally cut pieces of the floral tape off. I will firmly place the pick up against the dowel, making sure the top of the feathers extend on top of the dowel. So they're almost sitting on the top of the dowel. Then I will take the piece of floral tape while holding the pick firmly against the dowel. I'll wrap the floral tape at least once, sometimes twice, to make sure that the pick is on there well. Now, since your first crown, your first row of feathers, there's going to be 6 feathers. Do your best to space them equally around the dowel. And I would put 1 feather per piece of floral tape. If you're really good, you can sometimes get 2 picks per piece of floral tape, but for me, I like it really tight. So I put it, and make sure that your pick is perpendicular to the dowel so that it's not crooked, it's straight. Because what you're going to do in the second row is you're going to, you can either do it one of 2 ways. You can use the ruler and measure how far down you want to put your next row. In the next row, we are going to add another pick. So rather than 6 picks, there's going to be 7. Remember this because you may have to squeeze a pick in between, you will have to squeeze a pick in between 2 picks from the previous row. Again, you use a piece of floral tape to attach the pick securely to the dowel. In order for it to be balanced, know that when you're placing the next row, it should be the same distance that your previous row was from the first row. So many times we would measure, the end of your pick. The end of your pick should be basically form a circle around the dowel. If you measure the end of the pick and measure down, you could measure 1 inch, and the next line of picks, that's where the end of the pick should be, is on that line. And then for the next line, it'll be 1 inch down from the next row. So once we get to that point, although one of our students already finished, I wish I could send her to each of your homes to help you. Or if you're in your office, making it consistent will allow it to be more balanced and even.
Hey, Talia, can you call me? I forgot what your number is.
How do you stop feathers from shedding? You know, after a while, is there something to?
I don't know that I have that problem.
I don't know if it's because they get too dry or.
Yeah. I don't know.
I have a question.
Yes.
So when we put the crown on the first roll,
Yes.
do we put the pick right on the top of the dowel? Could you show us?
Yes. Yes, I will show you. Let me just finish this this other. Okay. Would you mind if I do that?
Yeah, no, not at all.
And Tercia, can you show us how you measure it? You know, with the ruler?
Yes. Hold on just a moment. Would you pass me your dowel? And let me get.
You don't understand?
No, I'll take it. Yeah, thank you. These are beautiful. So well done. Let me get. Let me get some floral tape.
Oh, here.
Oh, thank you.
What do we do with the wires? That is
wrapping them all the way around the.
Oh, okay.
Wrap it all the way around because that will secure your feathers to the wooden pick. So wrap.
You know, a good tidbit would be unravel all your feathers first, because a lot of the feathers are like different sizes. So once you do that and you pick and choose, you can kind of like combine short and tall and all that stuff, just like flowers.
Yes.
I just noticed that because my second batch, my feathers were longer, and I said, uh-oh. So then I just had to like reshuffle all my feathers.
Yeah.
So it's like flowers.
Just like flowers, you're right. So I just cut off a small piece of floral tape. You'll kind of notice that one side's a little stickier than the other, but in reality, it doesn't really matter. I am taking one of these crown feathers, because it looks like a crown. And what I'm going to do, you can kind of see how it's on this pick. Now, being the person that I am, I like to mark where my picks are going to go around the dowel, because that's how I am. So this is going to be an adventure because it stains. So
you can't see it so well.
No, but my pen is, see, I can see it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna, so pretend I've marked all around, and I've marked 6. Actually, for this group, I'm gonna have them mark 7. Then I take my pick and I lay my pick on top of where I've marked it, making sure it lays flat. And can you see how I've allowed the pick to extend beyond the end of the, because I want it to lay flat, I'm allowing the pick to extend beyond the end of the dowel. Okay, can you see that? So I'm going to take my floral tape, and because I've drawn lines on my dowel, I don't want to cover up the lines. So I make sure my floral tape is a little below, and I basically just, as you stretch the floral tape, it kind of sticks to itself. Make sure that the pick aligns straight up and down along the dowel. So this is what it's going to look like. Can you see?
So the object is to cover the dowel up on the top. Yeah, like where you got your feathers.
Yes, that's why you made this such a full crown, is so you can see the end of the dowel from the top. If it were the other way, you would be able to look down and see the dowel. So this is kind of what it looks like. This is how I have attached the crown or the flower feathers to the end of the dowel.
So one tape per pick?
I do one tape per pick. Yeah.
So we shouldn't be generous with the yardage in case you run out. And they stretch, right?
No, this will do a lot. So don't be generous with yourself.
Okay.
You, in truth, you know, because you're going to add other picks to the same row, you're going to go over this first pick multiple times. You know what I'm saying? So this first pick is going to get at least six coverings of floral tape, at least 6, probably more like 12. So let me do it again for the second piece, okay? Cut off a piece of floral tape. Okay, and I am going to, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to give a ruler because I do want it to be evenly spaced. Okay, according to my tape measure, the circumference of this dowel is about 3.5 inches.
Okay. 3.5 inches.
3.5 inches. So if I'm going to have 6 picks. Okay, let's see. 5, It's going to be approximately 0.6 of an inch.
A little bit more than half.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit more than half. About a smidgen more. About 1/2 inch apart. And we're not gonna be too fussy about the 0.1.
So you need crowns?
Yeah, I have 2 more. And I need 4 more.
There you go.
Oh, wonderful. Half an inch.
Because we need to consider the size of the pick too.
Yeah. So I'm just going to mark half an inch from each. Do you want to do this? I'm
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I'm marking it.
You're putting your mana in it. I love it.
Oh.
My mana in it.
Yeah. My mana's in this.
Yeah. And then Maui's mana is in there too for the staining.
Yes.
Kaunoa's mana is in it for transport.
That's right.
Ryan's in it for transport.
Sherry's, that's right. We've got a lot of mana. Ryan's graduating.
He's gonna defend next week.
I know. I want to attend and watch.
Me too.
He came here and did his demo.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I would love to see that. Did you guys record it?
Can you show the top part that you marked?
Yes, I will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to cheat a little bit and put another one because we're okay. So remember I have attached with the floral tape one of the floral picks. And then what I did is I just marked about between 0.5 and 0.6 inches for the next line, and marked again for the next line, and again around. This will provide me guidance to be able to put the 4 floral picks, and so that it's at least somewhat organized on the.
Can you show me that again? I'm sorry, it wasn't in the camera view. Yeah, just where how that you.
Okay.
Line.
Okay, so you can see how the pick is attached to the dowel. And so from this pick, what I did is I measured and I marked a line. Can you see that little line?
Oh, now I can. Yes, now I see it.
It's about 0.5, 0.6, and then I measured another line.
Got it.
0.5, 0.6, and another line all the way around the dowel. What's important about this is going to help establish where you're going to put your next picks in your next row.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay. Mahalo.
You're welcome. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so the second oh, look, my, so I've laid the pick on top of that first, on top of the second line, which is approximately 0.6 inches from the first one. And I'm going to wrap it with a floral tape, making sure to keep it perpendicular to the dowel. And sometimes you have to be gentle, but you need to make sure that the floral tape is wrapped well and that the pick is securely on the dowel. Okay. So do you see how it's, so this is the first one, the first pick, and I measured the next distance for the second pick. And you can also see how the bottoms of each pick kind of line up. Mm-hmm. So the next pick is going to go on this third line, which I've made right there, perpendicular to these other two. Okay. Is this helpful?
Yes, I like that. I want to measure.
Now, no, you don't have to measure if you don't want to. If you're more free spirit, you are more than welcome to just let it rip. Just do whatever you'd like to do. Let it rip. Let it rip.
Sorry guys, I'm gonna go home because it's dark out, but
yes.
This is being recorded, right?
Yes, but no, I put my email in the chat. Okay. Know that you can contact me. I'm more than happy to continue to provide you technical assistance with this, because I would love to have a picture of everybody's finished kahilis.
Okay, sure.
Thank you so much. Do you want to?
Hi, Trish. So yeah. After we go and we measure and we're done and we go to the bottom row.
Yes.
How do you tie that tassel?
Bottom row.
Okay. So when you get to the last row with the rat tail, okay, you're going to basically, you're going to run, I usually put the end of the rat tail at the bottom of the dowel and I run it up to the bottom of the last row. And then I begin to wind the rat tail around the tape, which is attaching. When you get to the last row, you're going to want to cover up all of the wire pit, all of the green portion of the wire pit to make it smooth. So that when you place the rat tail on it, you're going to wrap the rat tail around very tightly so you cannot see the floral tape. And as you wrap the rat tail down the dowel, it's not only going to wrap the wire picks and the floral tape, it's also going to wrap the portion of the rat tail that you ran up, right? So when you get down to the bottom, you're going to have rat tail to tie to make sure that it's now, you know, in the old days, I used to weave it back up by basically having a piece of the rat tail that catches the end. I don't do that anymore because I like to add kukui nut to the end of the rat tail. And so that there's a trick to that as well. But I will have a special video that describes how to do the end as well. Okay, so do you want to do this part?
Tercia, for the second row, after you do the first row, how far down do you place your pick?
So this is another one of those I'm obsessed kind of things. And so what I will do is normally I will measure at least an inch down from the bottom of the previous row picks. And then I will take my feather and put it in between the row, in between the two picks above. And I mean, you know, it looks like you could drop it even 1.5 inches. An inch is great, but I would recommend at least 1.25 inches because you only have 6. So 6 rows at 1.25 inches will make about 7.5 inches down. I would drop it 1.25 inches.
I see.
So that your feathers cover at least 1/4, maybe 1/3 of, at least 1/4 of your dowel. Your dowel is 24 inches. So if you're covering at least 1/4, maybe almost 1/3, it's just much more attractive. So I would kind of measure 1.25 inches down from the bottom of the pick above in the row above, make a line with your little marker and put the bottom of the second pick on top of that line. And then just go around inserting the pick between the 2 picks above. Now, as I said to you, on this row, you're going to add another pick because it's going to be 7 picks, not 6. When you do that, you're going to have to squish a pick in there. But when you come down to do the 3rd row, again, 1.25 inches, you'll have room to put every pick because there'll be 7 picks above for 4 rows. Okay? Oh, in the bag.
At the end of each pick, 1.5 inch.
1.25 inch.
1.25 inch after each pick for each row.
So yes, you'd measure down from the end of the pick 1.25 inches. You can do 1.5 if you'd like, but I would recommend at least 1.25. Okay. Okay. Here, I'm going. So how
Thank
long-
you.
You're welcome. You can cut the floral tape however long you like. How about I just cut you up this? And what color? Oh, here.
So I
Here's
did-
red.
Okay.
Do you see the line?
Yeah, now I
Okay.
do.
Okay. I mean, it's funny, you have to kind of prep yourself. Do you need, okay, you need 3 more of these.
Not stopping. This is absolutely fabulous.
I'll be helping you very shortly, my dear. It happens.
Yeah. I was afraid I was cutting too much.
Yes, they really are. See, it's already pretty and it's not even done.
Hey Joyce, can you take a picture of Kaunoa's kahili? I want to see how he did the kukui nut.
So the kukui nut is
Kaunoa didn't do the kukui nut.
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
Because he was just demonstrating about the placement, you know, if the wide dowel is really okay.
Yeah.
So he just stopped at just wrapping, and he didn't have the materials. That's why, you know, the stuff. But oh, Melissa didn't do that either. Melissa, and she left.
Joyce,
yeah.
Can I have one of the ropes?
do you have an extra one? Mine broke.
I don't have any extra, but you know what I did is I attached it with the tape because mine broke too. You know, the wire came off.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have any extra of that.
I was on my second to my last one.
Yeah, so I just used my floral tape and then I attached it really good and it seemed to work, I think. It's
Yeah, that's true. The floral tape is fine to attach it to your pick. Okay, my dear. How can I help you?
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to say thank you. It's getting late. My little ones are not working well with the feathers around them. But I am almost finished. Here is my crown. Oh, you can't really see the background. My background is not working. Let me turn it off real quick. How do you turn off the background, babe?
Yeah, just
yeah.
Did you put the kukui on, Regina?
Oh, let's see, Regina.
Okay, so here you go.
Wow, beautiful.
Started.
Good job.
I kind of used my memory from the last time because I came to the last one we had at UHMC.
Yes.
And I had so much fun. I had to do it again. But
it looks great.
Wait 1 second. Let me take a picture. Wait, I gotta get my camera.
Yeah. So when it's finished, I will bring it to show Joyce, and she can take a picture of it.
Okay, but let me just
Wonderful.
put it just like right there. Wait 1 second. Okay, taking picture. You're so cute, you.
So yeah, I started this, and thank you so much for teaching us. This is amazing.
Yeah, Tercia.
I love it. But thank you and have a good night, and I'll see everyone tomorrow.
Aloha. Email me if you need anything.
Thank you. Oh, and yes, can't wait to get the link, Joyce, so I can watch this back too. I'm probably gonna have to watch it a couple of times. Thank you.
You're welcome. How many do you have? 2, 4, 6, 8.
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 2.
I have 4 rows of 8 after I finish 2 more for this row.
Okay,
Yeah,
4 rows of
of
it, that's 32.
And so I was thinking, do I need 1 more row or 2 more rows?
You have 4 rows, is that?
And not including the crown.
Oh, okay. 2, 4, 6. So you made 8. I said 7. But you can do 8.
Maybe.
That must be your number. You must be pretty nice.
I'm 3.
You're 3 8. Oh, okay. Was he 3 and 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So it's
it's
really
9.
You're exactly where you're supposed to be.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So if I do 2 more of the red, then I'll have.
Yes. So we need to make 16 more.
16 more. Okay.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Unless you want to make 8. So I'd like to help you. How can I help you?
Well, what I was doing is I was going to have 1 more row of red and then 1 more row of the orange brown.
Give me whatever you'd like me to do. Do you have
These are
tickets?
already.
So is this what we're trying to do?
Oh, yes. Oh, very good. Oh, yes. Doesn't it look
It's
nice
so pretty.
already?
I love all the colors in it.
Yeah.
Sorry, my piles are messy piles.
Oh, no, don't worry.
Because it goes through.
Hey, Canty, I have to go, but I think it started.
Yes, it looks wonderful.
Wow, Mapu.
How many rows do you have, Mapu?
I have no idea.
You're so-
I was filling in the puka, so. But I have some more over there, so I figure
Oh,
as
yeah,
long as
that's what
I
I
get
did
to the
too.
bottom and I get my thing, I hope I'm good.
You look great. It looks great.
Nice.
Please let us know when it's all pow.
I'll come to Joyce.
Okay.
Thank you again. This was fun.
Oh,
Good
wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us.
night.
Okay.
Beautiful. Aloha.
So,
Okay.
are you gonna do, okay, so this is 7. And I was planning on you doing 7. Do you want to do 8 or 7?
Hey, everybody, look at Thomas's.
I want to see. Where is he? Woo-hoo!
Wow.
Thomas, you gotta talk. You gotta talk, Thomas.
Oh my God, Thomas.
Yeah, I cannot see. Who is going to show us yours, Thomas?
Over tomorrow and check it out.
Yeah.
Fly back over. Yeah.
Where is Thomas?
Oh, there him.
Okay, let's see.
He's fair. He's a technique.
Wow.
He's good with hands.
Oh, he's doing his coordinating already.
He's doing his coordinating. Awesome.
Look at that with the black on the bottom. That's beautiful.
Oh, I love the brown and the black together.
Unbelievable.
Like
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Araki, Tress, I gotta go too.
Okay.
Hui ho, mahalo nui for your kukua and for teaching us. I only did the show, but I will continue and I will bring it to Joyce tomorrow.
Wonderful, wonderful. And contact me if you have any questions.
Yeah, mahalo nui Lola for your aloha.
Oh,
Thank you
you're
so
welcome.
much.
You're
You
so
take care.
welcome.
Stay
Aloha.
safe.
Aloha.
So kind of the way it'll look, if you, depending on how far down you want to go, right? So if we were to measure, it would be like there, if it's an inch. The bottom of the pick would be like there, and the feathers would be like right here. So an inch down.
As opposed to 1.5 inches.
Up to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna be fuller then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here you go, and here's for you to just to mark your starting point. Yeah.
So I measure from the bottom of the pick, right?
Yes. And yeah, isn't that terrible? I'm not free form. So I'm gonna do brown ones, right?
Yes.
Okay. And how many are in your picks?
Well, those were dinner, so I just put 10.
5 on each side?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Not a problem. And you want how many rows do you want me to make?
So I had 8, 1 row.
Okay.
I need some food.
Oh, yeah.
You got rainbow cake.
Yeah, where's the spoon? All I need is a spoon.
Oh, there's spoons in the kitchen, right on the table.
Where's the kitchen?
Right there.
So am I just measuring 1 inch like around like that?
Oh, I would do it just for one pick and not do it all the way around. That's too much work.
So, because I'm just putting it in the puka, no?
That's right. Right in the middle of the puka.
So I go like this.
That's right. And okay, so let me see the feather. Lift it up. Take the feather off. So look at the feather and you see where it's leaning?
Yeah.
So place that, yeah, so that it's leaning out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
And then they all get smushed up against.
So wait, so the 1 inch down is for the bottom of the pick?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be tight.
Yeah, it makes it full, yeah?
Yeah. Way cool. Are we the only ones here, Tercia?
No, I think Melissa's still here.
Melissa or Marissa?
Marissa's still. Marissa, I should find out. Because I didn't see her leave.
Sarah said bye when she walked out.
Yeah, she did. I normally can tell if Marissa's still here. If she's not here, we can go eat something too and come back. Thomas, it looks great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Come over, Thomas. I need help.
Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas. You did a great job.
So do you put the tape below the feathers or do you put it over the feathers?
It doesn't matter. I put it below. Like you see where the above, yeah, exactly. Well, my sister is arriving from Seattle at 11 o'clock tonight.
Oh.
So I was actually going to come back into the office anyway to spend time here while I wait. I have work to do while I wait for her to arrive.
Is it safe for you to be here that late first?
Oh, yeah.
You've been here by yourself like that?
Oh, yeah. Hey, nobody fools with me.
Hey.
We have homeless people around, but I'm scared. I actually feel protected in this hale. Oh, isn't that funny? I feel like kupuna.
Watching over.
Yeah, I do.
That's amazing. This is Seattle, you said.
Yeah, she's returning from Alaska. So her granddaughter graduated from high school, and of course she took up a bunch of lei that I made. We wanted to make sure that she was loaded with lei.
Oh, this is the sister that lives with you?
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is her granddaughter with her lei.
Oh my gosh. Can't even see her face.
Yeah, I can't see her face. And that's my sister next to her in the hat.
Oh,
can't even see her
can't
face.
see her face. With their hat.
Yeah, and look at all the lei in her mother's arm.
Still.
Oh, wow. It's kind of tradition when you graduate to be proud of the leis.
Yes.
So, oh, see how that covers up the end of the dowel?
Really, can we see it?
So, no. So, yeah, tomorrow, no meeting.
Oh yeah, I need to send that note. I didn't get to send that
Oh,
note.
and me too. I was gonna send, yeah.
I'll just send it in the morning.
Yeah.
Because there's no point in double doing it now.
Well, I can send one too. I mean, when I get back. No, we're gonna make it done again if we leave it later. Let me see what time they close. He was raving about it.
Yes.
It's closing soon, it says.
Like,
8,
let's go now.
8 o'clock. It's 20 minutes.
We'll just come and order stuff.
Yeah.
And do that, and then-
Yeah. So, okay. I'm opening up the menu. Okay, order. I'm sorry. Yeah, it does. Start your order. Enter my name. Okay. It's not gonna let me. I'm just looking for a menu. Just give me a menu and I can call. The menu.
Okay, I'm sorry, I have one more question. I have a question.
Yes.
I'm finally at row 2.
Yes.
So I can't remember what you said. Does it go in between or on top? Because now it's 7, right?
Yes, it goes in between.
So it's gonna, but there's only 6 pukas.
There should be 6 pukas. You're gonna put 2 picks in between 2.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Okay, there is pipi kaula and smoked meat. There's highway ends chicken drumettes.
And then
Hawaiian style muffins.
When you do row 3, do you go in between again?
Yes, and there should be a perfect number of spaces because it's 7 picks above.
Right, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'm on row 2.
Okay, there's Hawaiian combo plates.
Auntie.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm bothering your dinner order. Is row 2 supposed to be all in the same, like, in line, or are we tapering it down, or is it all just in the same line?
Okay, it's at least 1.5 inches below the pick above in the first row, right? 1.25 inches below the bottom pick of the first row. Can I see yours? Okay.
Yeah, 1 more to go.
Okay, so you see, can you see, this is the first row that Ua made. And then she measured 1 inch down, 1.25 inches down, and drew a little line and started placing the bottom of the pick below on that line. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So now she has 2 rows. For the 3rd row, she's going to draw another line below this and place the picks on top of that line. Got it? Did I answer your question?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. They've got kalua pig combo, pork or chicken lau lau combo, butterfish and stew gravy combo, pork lau lau, tasting plate.
We get a few different things in share.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Okay, can I just kind of order?
Yes. Yeah, just go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna call them right now and say, can I order for pickup?
Yes.
And we'll have a tasting.
Yes. We won't have a cake.
Yeah, and that's fine. I'm good with cake.
And start with dessert.
$9544955.
Mahalo for calling. Please visit myhighwayinn.com. Now, please listen carefully to the following options.
Sounds like we're out.
The hours of operation.
It is.
That is
Hurry to get a Hawaiian combo plate or famous beef stew, then press 2 for takeout. Maybe luau.
Too funny.
Aloha, is it too late to order for takeout pickup?
What would you like to order?
Okay, well, I'm gonna order a variety, so hopefully you have what I want. Okay? Okay, hold on. Do you tray? I can.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Do you have tripe? Tripe stew? Okay, could I get one tripe stew? Do you eat squid luau? Could I order a squid luau?
Okay.
And your tasting plates. What's on your tasting plate? Oh, pork chip. Okay, could I get a pork? Could I get a pork lau lau tasting plate?
Okay.
And I want to get one more thing. How about a Kahlua pig combo?
Okay.
Oh, boy, of course. Poi. Could I get poi and could I order rice?
Okay.
Could I?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So could I order 2 scoops rice?
Okay.
On the side? And let me think, do I want anything? Oh, you know, I do want one more thing. Do you have any smoked meat?
We have regular double.
Could I get a double?
Okay.
And I think that's it, my dear. I know.
Alrighty, thank you so much. Give us about 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. Oh, I just want to make sure you get a taste.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, your sister gonna eat too. You guys gonna have plenty leftovers with all of that. Do you want a piece of cake? Are you ready for a piece of cake?
No. I want oh, this looks very good. Oh, look how pretty it's gonna look.
Oh, so excited. So excited.
My dear. Let me.
This one she did for me.
You ready for it?
Yeah, I just want to put them on here and see how they look. Just get one more. It kind of looks like fire.
Yes. I think it's fantastic.
No, she's not. She's gonna go out, and then I'm gonna go pick up the food. I get you guys drinks.
Water's fine for me.
Okay, there's water in the fridge, and there's also a water cooler right there, and there's paper cups on top.
Perfect. Is it okay for you to be in and out by yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear somebody outside the front door.
Well, you can come and watch me. But I can get you out.
Thank you.
My good, I never say that. It's so good. It's so light.
Have a napkin. Oh, that's my arm in.
Oh.
Hey, it's starting to look good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Thomas, that looks so wonderful.
Oh, okay.
It really does. I like the colors. So Joyce, I'm gonna run and get something to eat for the girls here. I will be right back.
Shall we stop or what shall we do, you guys? Okay, how long are you gonna be gone? Because then we can do the finish, but I think you kind of taught us how, yeah, to do it.
So, you know, I've learned a lot from this experience. My thought is it's like a two-part session. Maybe pick up your feathers, get a short little tutorial on putting them together on the picks, and then join the class when those are all done.
Yeah.
And then putting it together. Yeah.
That's a great idea. Let's do that the next time.
Yes, that's what that's why this is good. So you know what, I think finishing up, let me see if I can do a little recording tonight with the girls here, and I'll send it to you so that you can just share it with everybody else. Or if you send me the sheet of everybody's email, I can give them a link to be able to upload the finish.
Yeah, that'll be great. Thank you so much, Tercia.
Oh, you're very
we'll talk
welcome.
again. Yeah.
Yes, we're going to do this again.
And let's all get together one day and bring your kahili and we'll take a group picture.
Yes,
Shall we just take one now and just show our kahili and
Sure. Let me, why don't you show what you already have, and I can take a picture right here.
Okay.
Okay. So, look at Mo'ani Ke'alas. How nice.
Ooh,
yes, that's beautiful.
Oh my goodness, Puna. Oh, look at everybody, Susan and Thomas.
Wow, Puna, that's super nice.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay, I'm gonna take a picture. Oh, I made a picture.
You ready? Oh, look at Sunny. Yours is so beautiful. Okay, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Got it.
Awesome.
Can
you send me the picture too? Thanks.
Yeah, let me see.
Do one more and do a screenshot.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Come over here with your styrofoam. Yeah.
Hold on just a moment. Yeah, hold on. Let me make sure I got it. You know, my little computer is just not working for me today. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Let's do another one. Are you ready, everybody?
Ready?
Oh, very good. Juliet, I cannot see your face. No, come this way. Yeah, there you go. Okay, everybody smile. Again. Okay. I think I got it, girls. I will send you. Gorgeous. I will send you, Joyce. I thank you all. Thank you very much. And I will get that little video to you as far as finishing up and tying on the kukuina. Thank you so much, everybody. Aloha.
Thank you. Good night.
Aloha. Good night.
Good night.